Hey, what's going on? This is Marcos. Today we're going to take a look at spring-loaded dual handles for your gimbal. This is what it looks like. Let me put it down. It's kind of funny. These handles are made by a company called Digital Photo, and they're called the Ares, I think that's how you say, Ares C-axis, and I think the generic name for these types of handles are called 4-axis gimbal handles. This product was sent to me for review, just a disclaimer. On the box it says it reduces vertical vibration by 30%, and just from running a couple tests, I noticed that you can tell the difference, especially when you're running behind a subject or when you're walking through really tough terrain. Typically I use these type of handles. These I bought with my own money. They don't have any shot control. It's just a way for you to hold your gimbal. And so what I'm gonna be doing is comparing these handles to the spring-loaded ones and to see how they compare. And for that, we went out to the beach here with my friend Joel. He helped me shoot this, so a huge thanks to him. So without further ado, let's roll that tape. So we went out to the beach because it's really hard to run in the beach, and I wanted to put this thing to the ultimate test. You can see the thing was bouncing too much, and on this first test, the gimbal was jumping up and down too much, so I decided to tighten it down and to go a second time. And this time, as you can see, there's less bounce on the gimbal. This is less bounce. When you're ready, let's bounce. $60p regular handles, go. From looking at the footage, you can kind of tell that I had a much easier time following Joel and keeping him in the center frame with the RSC axis. I think what happened is that it was absorbing some of that side-to-side movement that I was experiencing. With the regular handles, my body was rocking the gimbal back and forth. So that's just one of the things I noticed. Wah, 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 wah. All right, that was fun. Ooh. So one of the things I noticed is the first thing you have to do when you put your camera on top is that you need to adjust the tension, because if you get too much bounce going on, it's gonna feel like you're making the image worse, because there's like the screen that your gimbal is going like this. But when I played it back, I was surprised that actually the image was more stabilized, even though there was a little bounce. So I did have to tighten it up and just get some kind of a bounce, but not too much. Otherwise, it was hard to keep track of the screen and keep track of the subject as I was running. After playing back the footage, I can tell that the C-axis was definitely a lot smoother because there was less rocking back and forth. I was running through sand, and what happened was the gimbal was absorbing a lot of that movement. If you're planning to get something like this, it's probably because you're gonna do a lot of running shots, or maybe running through tough terrain. Another cool feature about this is that you can remove the handles with the twist of a knob, and that way you can quickly put it in your camera bag. These handles will work with different types of gimbals because it is adjustable. It says here it'll work with the Ronin S, the Scion Crane 2. It worked with my Scion Crane V2, also the Crane Plus, the Feiyu series gimbals. So you just gotta make sure you check whether it'll work with your particular gimbal. All right, this does it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. As always, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.